What is up, guys? Stark here. I am back for day 20 of the 25 Days of Fate, and in today's video I'm doing a little bit of a remix of a previous video I did, and this is going to be my top wish list servants, like for the 4-star, like a 4-star edition. So I already did the 5-star version in a previous day, so now we're going to be taking a look at some of the 4-star characters that I most want to get in the year 2021. So I tried my best not to include welfare servants because obviously they're free characters and they should be very easily attainable. However, there is one welfare servant on the list that I do want to get, and you guys might also be noticing that there are no berserkers on the list, and pretty much that comes down to the fact that I have all of the berserkers in the game as far as 4 stars go. So I have all of the 4-star berserkers currently available in the game, and we do not receive any new 4-star berserkers in 2021. So, you know, really there was absolutely nothing to go for. So anyway, that they were just cut from the video, which is nice because that gave me the opportunity to actually fix the graphics, because I really didn't like the way the graphics looked in the 5-star video list. So now they look a little bit crisper and cleaner, and like size a little bit more better. That's not really the way you say that, but they look better. It just looks better to me, so you know, hopefully you guys think it looks better too. So when you guys can see here the card layout as in the previous video, and I do have a really cool idea that I'm going to do for next year's wishlist video. I wasn't able to pull it together in time for this, and I don't really know when I'll be able to do it, but I'll definitely be able to do it by the end of next year. So expect a really cool video for next year's 2022 wish list, but we'll worry about that next year. Just a little spoiler warning for you guys. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Anyway, though, we're going to look at one old servant that's currently available in the game, and then one new servant coming out in 2021. And to start with, as usual, we will start with the Sabers. And the Saber that I do want the most in 2021 for 4 stars. Remember, this is just 4-star characters. If you guys want to see the 5-star list, then, you know, that's already out on my channel. So I'll probably post it at like a pin in the end of this video, so you guys can check it out. But the servant that I do want the most for 2021 as far as Sabers go is going to be Mid. So a lot of these characters are pretty much going to come down to the fact that I only need like one character in that class. Now there are definitely some characters in this list that I really do want, but in order to like pad out the list and make it kind of follow the format that I traditionally use, some of them, you know, it might be the only option available, so that's why I went with it. But as far as Mid goes, it was a tough choice between Mid and Lan Ling, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with Mid. You know, he's one of, not like the OG characters because he's from Fate Zero, but I watched the anime before the game came out, so you know, he is definitely a character that I really have an attachment to as far as Fate goes. You know, one of the reasons why I enjoy the series is because of those characters. So he's the only one that I currently need that I don't have. So, you know, I definitely would like to get him. As far as new Sabers go, this is going to be the one and only event character or welfare servant character that is coming out that I really do want. I could have went ahead and just added in Bai into the list because she's the only actual 4-star Saber that's coming out in rare recruits, but I really want Hokusai. I think she's one of the better welfare servants. She's a fantastic 4-star Saber to get added to your collection, and it's Hokusai, so you know, I need to add them to the list. For the Archer class, for the older Archer that I really want, I'm going to go ahead and go with Tristan for this one. Tristan is a story-locked character who I have had multiple opportunities to get, but he has always just been like eclipsed by like 1 or 2 other servants that I just wanted just a little bit more. And you know, maybe this year it'll finally be the time that I get him. If I remember correctly, he comes out on King Protea's banner, so I might go ahead and try and pull for him to get him while I'm going ahead and pulling for King Protea. But Tristan's definitely the character that I want the most as far as older archers go, and it would be really cool to get him. I hear that he has one of the better interlude stories in the game, and I have not looked at it because I don't want to see it. I don't want to read it until he actually rolls around into my box. So I'm going to go ahead and hopefully I can get Tristan in 2021 and see what that interlude is all about, because a lot of people talk about it and I'm really excited for it. Next up for archers is a character whose name I will probably butcher, but he has one of the coolest character designs in the game in my opinion, and that is going to be Ashwatama. Again, probably said it wrong, but I feel like it might be a little close. Anyway, like I said, he has one of the coolest character designs, in my opinion at least, in the game. So really I want him, if for nothing else, just because he has a really cool character design. And he does roll around in the group of like Arjuna Alter and Karna and stuff like that, and I'm a huge fan of Karna, so definitely would like to add him to the collection. So next up for the Lancer class, I do have one of the newer characters coming out in Lost Belt 3, and that is going to be Xinling Yu. Now, this came down to a pretty easy choice in my opinion. It was either her or Nezha, and I just went with Xinling Yu instead. Those are the only two 4-star Lancers that I currently need, but I do think she's a pretty cool character. I love her character design, so a lot of these characters are basically strictly for character design, but that's half the fun in the game, rolling for characters that you like or characters that you think look cool, or your waifus or all that fun stuff. So, that's usually the first thing that people look for when they go for characters, and if that character is good or not, that is kind of irrelevant to them. But if they are good, then that's just a quick bonus for them. And I do think that she is actually a pretty good character as well. So it would be nice to add her to my collection. I'm not sure off the top of my head if she does have a rate up banner in the year. I definitely would have to go and look at that. But if she does have a rate up banner, I might decide to roll for her. And as far as the newer Lancers, I am going to roll for Summer Melt or Mysterious Alter Ego A. Every year I roll for the summer characters, and I do my best to try and get all of them, and she is basically by default the only Lancer on the list outside of the Welfare Servant, but I tried my best to not include those. But summer characters are always characters that I roll for just because of the exclusivity of them, so hopefully when this summer batch rolls around, I will be able to pick her up. Next up is the Rider class, and I'm kind of breaking tradition for this one because I'm actually picking a character that I already have, but it's also a character that I would definitely love to get an MP level for, and that is going to be Summer Mordred. So the first time Mordred rolled around, I was not able to get her. I spent everything I had. I think it was like 600 plus quartz, and I pulled like literally every other character on that batch except for her. So that was a little disappointing, but then when she rolled around the second time, I was able to get one copy of her, but after using her and after seeing like her potential looping capabilities, I would definitely love to get a second copy of Rider Mordred. Now, I'm fairly certain she has no rate up throughout the year, so unless I pull on like a GSSR banner with Rider, and even then I'm not entirely sure if she's on that banner, but if there's any opportunity I can to get Mordred, I'm probably going to look at spending at least, a roll or two to just see if I can get lucky and get her. And then for the new Rider that's coming out in the game, this was a defaulted choice. There's only one 4-star Rider that's coming out in the game in 2021, and that is going to be Carmilla, who is also be a summer character as well. So, she'll be in that group of characters that I'll definitely be rolling for, and hopefully I can get her while I'm rolling for the 5 stars. And actually, now that I think about it, I think a lot of these characters are summer characters. For casters, for one of the casters that I'm trying to get my hands on, that is going to be Medea Lily. She is a story-lock servant who came out early on in the game before I really realized and understood what story-lock actually meant, and the fact that you're not getting this character unless you pull for it on a story banner, or if you wait until a rate-up banner comes with this character on it. So again, much like Tristan, she's a character that I've considered taking with my 4-star ticket multiple times, but there has been just that character that I really wanted to get my hands on just a little bit more. However, for me, fortunately, she does come as a rated up servant in 2021 on a featured banner that I'm 100% pulling for, and that is actually going to lead me into our next character. And for the character for Japan, that I'm looking forward to get the most as caster class goes for 4-star characters is going to be Miyu. So as I said, Miyu does come out on the same banner as Medea Lily, so hopefully I'll be able to get both of those in one go. So I'm really excited for that banner when that rolls around. But I have Ilya and I have Chloe, so I definitely have to pull for Miyu. You know, I have to get the set, and I'm definitely going to make sure that happens. For Assassins, we do have another summer character here, and this is currently the only summer character in the game for the NA version that I do not have, and that is going to be Summer Nitocris. So unfortunately I was not able to get her, and as I said, she's the only summer character that I have not been able to get. I do not believe she has a rate up this year, so it will be a challenge for me to get her, but if it is possible, I will try and go ahead and pull for her. So next up for the new assassin that's coming out is going to be a character who I think a lot of people are actually going to be looking forward to, and that is going to be Okita J Soji. So yeah, another Okita character coming out in the game, and of course, because it's Okita, I definitely want her 100%, and she has a really cool Noble Phantasm as well. So I'm really excited to get her, and I'm also, you know, she's another summer character, so I'll be pulling for her regardless, because I always pull for all summer characters. But she's definitely the summer character as far as the 4-stars go of the 4-star batch for both of the 2 banners that we're getting this year. She's the 4-star character that I want the most. And then finally for the extra class, you guys can see here it's going to be the Avenger Class, and you guys probably already figured out who both of these are just by default. But as far as the Avenger Class goes, I guess technically there's 2 options that I could have went with. But if you guys have been following my channel, you guys know that I already have Lobo, so the choice for me for Avenger is going to be Gorgon. So Gorgon is another story lock character who unfortunately I did not pull for, and I do not have. She's a character that I could have taken with tickets, much like Medea Lily and Tristan, but I did pass for other characters that I would have wanted. Now, unfortunately, looking back on it, I really do regret some of my choices for 4-star tickets, because I wasn't as big on story-locked characters as I am now. You know, I'm nearing completion of getting all the characters in the game. So, you know, some of these characters really hurt that, you know, I could have had. And, you know, when I took, like, Rama with my 1 4-star ticket, like, I kind of regret that decision, because I could have taken one of these 3 characters and, you know, taken them off of my list. And I pulled Rama, like, on a random multi earlier this year, so it was kind of a waste for me. But at the time I was happy, but now I'm kind of regretting it. So, you know, I just made some stupid decisions back in the past with my 4-star tickets. So hopefully we get more in the future, and I'll be able to correct that mistake. And then finally, for the new characters, I am going with a ruler. So you guys probably already know who it is, because there's only 1 4-star ruler that's coming out in the game next year, and that is going to be Astraea. So yeah, Astraea is a 4-star ruler. I believe she comes out on Rhinus's banner. She comes out as a... No, she doesn't come out as a 2nd banner. The other banner that she's featured on is like a trap banner. It's just a craft essence banner, so don't make that mistake in thinking that she's rated up on that banner. But she is on the actual picture, so it could be a little confusing. But she does have a rate up next year. She's a new character, obviously, so she'll be coming out and debuting in 2021. And she is in their 4-star ruler, so she can go and be with Quetzalcoatl Samba and Saint Martha as the other 4-star rulers in the game. But yeah, you know, there's not too many 4-star characters to pick from as far as new characters go. In fact, she might be the only one on the list that is attainable 2021 as far as new characters go. Yeah, she is. So really, it was not much of a decision, but you know, she was a character that I did want before I made this list, and hopefully I do get her. I will be pulling on that banner as well. So yeah, guys, that is my 4-star list for 2021. Again, you know, a lot of my choices were basically just by, oh, I don't have that one character, so they're gonna make the list. But most of them I did have at least 1 or 2 that I did need. So, you know, it was a little bit of a decision there, and you know, for some of the characters like Carmilla and Astraea, there really wasn't too many options to go for. But you know, looking at it as a whole, I'd be very happy if, you know, I ended the year with all, at least for the new servants, all of them as new servants. Some of the older servants in the game, I'm not specifically sure that they have rate ups. Like, I know Summer Mordred and Nitocris, and probably Gorgon. And I don't think Shinling Yu has a raid up either, but she's not limited, so I could pull her whenever. But I know Dearman has a raid up. I know Tristan has a raid up. So, and I know Medea Lily has a raid up. So, you know, if I could get those characters by the end of the year, if I can get those characters, I think I'd be pretty happy with that. And we'll look back on it in 2021 December. There, 25 Days of Fate. I'll look back on both my 4-star and my 5-star wish list and see exactly how well I did. But for now, that's going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I do have the links below to my Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and Discord, so feel free to check those out. Definitely make sure you check out that 25 Days of Fate Christmas giveaway video. I will be posting on my Twitter tomorrow the date, and well, it's Christmas, but the time of my live stream for the giveaway. So make sure you follow me on Twitter and get all the news there. If you are in my Discord, I will also be posting that there, just to kind of give you guys multiple places to check out all the information for that. I will not be making a video. You know, I really don't see the need to make a video for that. It's going to literally be like, oh, hey, I'm streaming at this time on Christmas. So there's really not much to really talk about there. So look on Twitter, look on Discord. If you happen to catch me streaming tomorrow, I'll gladly, you know, let you guys know the time there. So those are the 3 ways for you guys to find out the exact time of the stream. It will be on Christmas, so I'll just be letting you guys know what time it is. I have to like settle all my plans down, so I'm gonna take the rest of the day to do that, and I'll let you guys know the time tomorrow. But for now, guys, let me know in the comments down below which 4-star servants you are looking for in 2021, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.